Hey, what's going, y'all? It is yours truly once again. As a disclaimer, if this title kind of makes you, I don't know, it makes you feel a little bit, I don't know, kind of off. This title seems kind of off to you. This video might not be for you, but rest assured, it is a good video. So feel free to stick around if you would like to do that. If you, I guess, have a change of heart. All right, I shall continue. Discovering your inner Banshee. Now, what if I were to tell you that there's also a spin to that word Banshee? I'll get to it. Now, if you look up Banshee, it just means a female mourning spirit per se, like one that mourns, or it has a wailing scream in the time of certain death, or just certain demises of things. This female spirit starts to scream out. Yes, she screams. She kind of wails very loud, a wailing voice. Now, what if I were to tell you that there's also a male Banshee, but he's not called a Banshee? This is going to trip y'all out. He's called a Banshee. Get it? He's a Banshee. She's a Banshee. But really, since it's a she, she's a Banshee. And since it's a he, he's a Banshee. Even though I think it's kind of hard for me to sometimes pronounce things like Banshee, but that's what he is. So yes, you got the Banshees and you got the Banshee. So this video is technically a unisex video when I just given what I just broke down to y'all. But nevertheless, this idea of discovering your inner Banshee or Banshee, to me, it stems from the idea of what you go through in life. You go through a lot of things in life, and you deal with a lot of people that you realize are not by your side. Sometimes you find out in a very short period of time, ideally, but sometimes, unfortunately, you find out these things over a long period of time. And a lot of times it's inevitable. You just try to minimize the people that waste your time like that over a long period of time. But when you do find out certain things about people and about things, it can be unsettling. If you look back at a lot of things you've been through, sometimes you reflect on the past. There's nothing wrong with reflecting on the past versus dwelling in the past. But sometimes you do need that extra little bit of a jump to put you in the right frame of mind as to how you got to where you are today. And sometimes you need a time to reflect. You need a place to go to reflect on these things. And yes, maybe you need to be in your car when you are at those places. Because I tell you right now, it might make you feel some type of way to where you just have to scream as loud as you can, because some things you felt have died in your life, and some things you feel are about to die in your life. So you have to go somewhere and just scream. And there's nothing wrong with going somewhere to scream. Yours truly is telling you this. Sometimes you need to go somewhere to scream, to wail out, because of this uncertainty of certain things. There are some things that are dying in your life. There are things that have died in your life, and literally people. And see, that's the thing, I would say going forward, just avoid parasitic people that will die off to the best of your ability. And this is very hard for a lot of people to do, even those who are very empathic, but you get better over time at sensing bad vibes. So at least you can kind of retreat from a situation before it gets worse, and then go somewhere to retreat and then scream. Sometimes you need to go somewhere to scream. So that way you get all of this death out of you. I would say personally, you don't want people to hear you scream very loud, because they're gonna think, you know how this world is. But go somewhere that's very quiet and peaceful. Have a window slightly cracked, because remember, you're releasing spirits and these demons that people have tried to put in you. This sense of death that they're trying to bring on you, whether they're even trying to give you a death threat. There's just a lot of things that are sick about this world, and you need a place to release that. Go somewhere with the windows cracked in your car and just scream it out. Let it out. So yes, for all you ladies and gentlemen that you have things that are unsettling, and you feel that there's a sense of death there, maybe not actual death, but spiritual death, and you need to release that, especially as you reflect on things. You reflect on a lot of things that you've been through to get to where you are. And so now you feel like some things are just adding insult to injury. Yes, and that's the other thing. Avoid those that want to add insult to injury, the injury of the things that you've been through prior. Avoid those type of people. But also go somewhere to release that, to scream, to wail. Releasing the inner banshee upon you discovering it. Because yes, when you scream, the banshee also leaves your spirit too. The Banshee also leaves your spirit. In some ways, I think it is a blessing that you can go somewhere to scream. Sometimes you need to yell. Sometimes you need to let it out, And I think this is a peaceful way of doing it. Signing out.